back to Kitchen. Today I want to share with you chicken satay with peanut sauce and cucumber pickle. I choose this recipe for anti-inflammatory diet because this recipe used turmeric powder and turmeric contains curcumin, which is anti-inflammatory. I will change the traditional recipe into the healthier version. For example, I replace pork with chicken, which is the leaner meat, and I replace all the palm sugar with stevia, and I use low-fat coconut. I will share you tips and tricks how to cook chicken without completely dry it out. First of all, I'm going to prepare the marination for the chicken because I will marinate overnight, so it's completely tender and juicy. First, I will grind 1 tablespoon of finely chopped lemongrass and 1 tablespoon of finely chopped galangal in the mortar. When everything is smashed, I will add all the powder mixture, which are 1 teaspoon of curry powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, half teaspoon of cumin powder, and half teaspoon of coriander seeds powder. I will use spoon to roughly mix the mixture together. Then add 2 tablespoons of low-fat coconut milk, 2 tablespoons lactose-free milk, and 1 tablespoon of yogurt. These 3 ingredients will help tenderizing the chicken and make the chicken very juicy and moist. Then season with 1 teaspoon of stevia and 1 teaspoon of salt. When everything is combined, I will add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. This is a small trick that I always use for tenderizing the meat because baking soda is alkaline, which make it harder for the proteins to bond, so it keeps meats tender when it's cooked. And that is it for the marination mixture or brine. Then add all the chicken breast that I sliced it thinly. I use my hand to mix everything around, so I'm sure that all the surface of the chicken covered by the goodness of the marination. I will wrap the bowl with cling film and rest in the fridge overnight, so the chicken absorb all the marination and become really tender and flavorful. And this is the chicken after one night. I will skewer it with soaked bamboo stick. Just go up and down and make sure that the meat not gonna fall off when you cooked it. I'm being generous here. Most of the time when you go to the shop, you will see only a tiny piece of meat, but it's home cooked, I can do whatever I want. I will ask my friend to help me doing this because I'm really hungry and I want to eat it now. Let's cook the chicken satay together. Traditionally, we charcoal grill the satay, so it's developed the aroma and flavor from the grill. But because I don't have that in my house, I would just use the electric griddle. It's cooked super fast because it's a thin slice, so keep an eye on it. And one more tips, don't cook the chicken in advance because the chicken meat dry out really quick. So I would suggest you to cook by order. One more trick, how to cook chicken without drying it out. We brush coconut milk while cooking satay, so the meat don't dry up and it's developed extra creaminess from the coconut milk. Make sure that the chicken is cooked because we don't want salmonella. If some of the meat is burnt, just use the scissor to sniff it off. That is it! Let's prepare the pickle juice together. For the pickling juice, it's very simple. You just throw everything in a pot, which are 2 cups of cider vinegar, 1 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of stevia, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Then just bring the mixture to boil and make sure that everything is dissolved. I will leave the pickling juice on the side to cool down to room temperature. I will do cold pickling because I want all the vegetable to keep the freshness. For the vegetable, I have 1 cup of sliced cucumber, half cup of sliced shallot, and about 1/3 cup of sliced red chilli. I will pour the cold pickling juice on top of the vegetable just to cover all the vegetable. I will rest the whole bowl in the fridge, so when everything is ready, the pickling is cold and fresh. Let's start making the peanut sauce. The method of cooking this is almost similar to cooking the Thai curry. First, I warm up a little bit of coconut milk. Add 1 teaspoon of Panang curry paste and 1 teaspoon of Massaman curry paste. When all the paste is dissolved, I will add all the coconut milk. Gently heat up the mixture until the oil split. You can see the red oil on the surface, but just a little bit. Season with half tablespoon of tamarind water, 1 tablespoon of stevia and 1 teaspoon of salt. Then add half cup of toasted peanut. If you think that the sauce is too thick, you can add coconut milk or water to dilute it down. And that is it for this amazing chicken satay. Let's taste it together. The chicken is very tender, very juicy, very moist, and it's a lot of spices in this. That is why it's quite strong and flavorful. And because the peanut sauce is very nutty, very creamy, and when you eat it with pickle, it just completes the flavor. Like a little bit of spice, a little bit of sweetness from the sauce, and the freshness and sourness from the pickle. As you remember, I use coconut milk, I use yogurt, and all three of them is help tenderize the meat. And I also use a little bit of baking soda. I did try using a different way to tenderize the meat, but this I think is the best way and the safest way. Because if you use like a harsh acid, like the acid from pineapple or lime, you can't leave it overnight because the acid will completely destroy the fiber muscle and it will leave this like completely like grainy and sandy texture. But this is like the perfect amount of tender. It's not dry at all. But I think if you have like the charcoal grill, it will be even better. And that is it for this video. I hope you like it. And if you like it, please click like and hit the subscribe button. And if you have any question or comment, please leave it down below. And don't forget, the happiness and the healthiness start from your mouth. Boom.